All right, so with the NBA season just legit a few days away, we're back with part two of me predicting the conferences. This time we have the Western Conference. Let's hop straight into it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, so smash that like and subscribe button. It helps us get into the algorithm. And I forgot to mention in part one, shout out KOT4Q and his Enjoy Basketball team for putting together the website for everybody to use. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. You know how to go by now. And in the 15 seed, like I said, like in part one, I think I said it was gonna be harder to rate the Eastern Conference than the Western Conference. But now that I'm looking at the Western Conference, I'm not too sure about that. But in the 15 seed is definitely Utah. I think Mike Conley is going to be going. Jordan Clarkson is going to be going. It's going to be a bunch of young guys. Now that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert going, they really have nothing there. So it's hard for me to see them anything but the 15 seed. And then after that, San Antonio. These are like the teams, like I said, that are like these bottom teams right here are teams. Go ahead, embrace the tank. Go ahead, try to get Scoop. Go ahead and get Victor. Now, there's a bunch of other good players in the draft besides those two players. So, like, don't be upset if you don't get those. Like, I know you want those players, but come on, embrace the tank. And you really have nothing to pay for it. Even Coach Pop said the only thing keeping him here is his check. So, yeah, 13th seed for me is OKC. Again, embrace the tank. Chet got hurt. But Josh Giddey looks really, really, really good. And Shea is going to be Shea. I think Shea could be an all-star. Like what? Shea could be an all-star, but it's just so hard with the team being bad. But Shea, I'm going to say the OKC Thunder embrace the tank, 13th seed. This is going to hurt for me. Oh no, I'm tripping. The Houston Rockets. I almost forgot about the Houston Rockets. And with that being said, honestly, hold up. I think I'm going to move the Houston. I'm going to move OKC above the Houston Rockets. I almost forgot about the Houston Rockets. They have a great young team. Again, it's a lot to put together there. They're still so young. Pretty much, like I said, embrace the tank. The 11th seed. Now this might get a little bit controversial. Well, no, I think Sacramento. This is the year Sacramento could be fighting for that play-in and potentially playoff spot if they win the games. The Sacramento team looks really, really good. I think the Aaron Fox, this is going to be the year that the Sacramento Kings get an all-star, and it's either Sabonis, but I'm high on the Aaron Fox. As long as he can stay healthy, Sabonis is going to be a consistent player, but as long as the Aaron Fox is healthy, I think this team is going to be really good. Keegan Murray looks really good, and they add some new additional pieces. I think this is going to be the year that they could potentially make the playoffs or the play-in spot. And then the 10th spot, I'm going to have to say Portland. I feel like a lot of people forgot. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. Dame was injured, but their starting five, good. Chef's kiss, amazing starting five. Well, a decent starting five. Let's say that. But they have barely any depth on that team, and it's just so hard for me to see after Dame not playing for a year that he comes back and continues to be like play like a full healthy season and just continues to be like an all-star player. Like I think it's gonna take him some time to just get back into the stride of things. But like I said, amazing starting five. It's just they don't have any depth on that team, so it's kind of hard for me to see them there. And then at the 9th spot, now this is going to get now this might get a lot of people riled up, but I think the Lakers are going to be fighting for a play-in spot. Well, fighting for a playoff spot and then play-in. It's just something about this team that just doesn't seem right. Like it's not LeBron. I'm not saying it's LeBron. LeBron is going to be one of the most consistent players in the league, and like they look good in like don't get me wrong, they look good in the preseason. I know that it won't really win, but they look good. I like the roster, but I think Russell Westbrook is going to be out the door pretty soon. I think it's just about time that they move on from that. I don't know what's going to happen. I think he's out the door pretty soon, and this team is it's not even on LeBron anymore because we know what LeBron's going to give you. This team's success is dependent on if Anthony Davis stays healthy. Now, I'm not looking too much into it, but when you're missing preseason games to back tightness and stuff like that, Lakers fans should look into that. And like, it's just as long as AD's healthy, I think this team is like could be a playoff team. But it all depends. Like it's so up in the air because it's all dependent on if AD stays healthy. Because I think AD at this point is like the leader of this team. I know LeBron is there. And even LeBron said himself, he wants AD to like take that step and be the leader of this team. So I think this is all dependent on will AD stays healthy. Now we know when AD's healthy, he's an MVP caliber player, one of the best players in the league. But it all depends on if the team stays healthy. At the 8th seed, I'm going to have to see the 8th seed is, I'm going to have to say, it's either between Memphis and Minnesota. But it's so hard for me to put Memphis. I think it might have to be Memphis for me. And I kind of want to do that because like they worked they worked so hard to gain the least respect, and here I am putting them right back at the bottom of the conference because like they were like the top 2 seed. They amazing team, love Ja Morant, but I feel like Jaren Jackson missing a lot of time is really going to hurt this team. So I'm gonna have to say Memphis there for now, and then at the 7th seed, I'm so high on this Minnesota team. Rudy Gobert, I think Carl is going to continue to be Carl. I'm praying for that D'Lo has. I hope D'Lo has a good season. Anthony Edwards is going to be good, but I'm gonna have to put Minnesota here at this 7th seed. I'm super high on this team. I do want to see this team work out. Big fan of Rudy Gobert. I think the Rudy Gobert and Cat is going to be like a perfect pairing. One of the best offensive centers we've seen in a long time, and arguably the best defensive center we've ever seen on the same court together. I'm high on that team. But another team that I'm really high on right now, no, I'm going to put Dallas here. I love the additions that Dallas put together. I think they're going to be one of the best defensive teams in the league with JaVale McGee there. Luka is going to do Luka things. They added Christian Wood. Tim Hardaway Jr. is coming back. Spencer Dinwiddie can run out off the bench roll now. Jalen Brunson is going. Dorian Finney-Smith is good. Reggie Bullock, good. This team is well constructed in my opinion. I know a lot of people questioning this team, but this team is well constructed in my opinion. I'm going to have to put them here at the 6th seed. Because it's just so hard for me. No, it's no. I'm gonna put him here at the 6th seed. The 5th seed is I'm so high on this team right now, and I hope they do so good in the regular season and they make a deep playoff run. The Pelicans. Zion's back. Herb Jones is gonna be one of the best defensive players in the league. Brandon Ingram is going to be one of the best offensive players in the league. Like Jonas Valanciunas, underrated center in my opinion. He's one of the best underrated centers in the league, man. CJ McCollum's gonna be good. Jose Alvarado, they got a lot of stuff coming off their bench too. They look so good. I am super high on this team. Zion, I believe Zion is going to be so good. The team, he looks happy on the team. They got a lot of bench depth. They look really good, man. Jackson Hayes. This team is one of my favorite teams in the league. I'm putting them at the 5th seed, and I just think that if they make the playoffs this year, well, I know they will make the playoffs this year because, come on now, the team is too good not to, but anything could happen, though. This team is going to be so good in the regular season and potentially could make a playoff run. 4th seed, I'm going to have to put, I don't want to do this to Phoenix, but I think it's Phoenix. Something like it's off with the whole DeAndre Ayton thing, but over the past few days we saw that DeAndre Ayton has come out and said that him and Monty Williams are back on the same page. But I'm not too sure how Chris Paul is going to play, and I feel like DeAndre Ayton still doesn't want to be there. But it didn't happen. Devin Booker's going to do Devin Booker things. After the past 2 years of being the 1 seed and like making it to the finals and being beaten and then having an early exit to Luka and them last season, it's just like, when do you say like, okay, what's going on here? Something doesn't feel right about this Phoenix team. I'm gonna put them at the 4th seed, and then Golden State I'm putting Golden State at the 3 seed. Steph Curry is there. Draymond Green is going to be playing. We know a lot of things going on in the situation with Draymond Green. Jordan Poole looks absolutely amazing. Kevon Looney is still going to be there. I think this team is still going to be really good just off the backs of Stephen Curry. When you have a player like Stephen Curry, I think he could carry you to a top 3 seed himself. So I'm putting Golden State here. And then number 2, LA, the Clippers. All depends on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, because this team has an amazing starting 5 and they got a lot of great bench players too. So I believe as long as you have one of the players on the court, either Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, we know one of these 2 players are going to be taking games off, resting. You don't really want to see that, but it's going to happen. But as long as you have Paul George or Kawhi Leonard on the court every night, it's hard for me to see them not being the top 2 seed. And then my team that I legit have winning all this season, the Denver Nuggets. I think coming off the backs of just off the back of Nikola Jokic, uh, and Michael Porter Jr. being back and Jamal Murray, and like they got a lot of great role pieces too to come in here and fit in here. I think I think the Denver team is my team to win it all. They're so good, and they're like I just think they're going to be the best team in like I think they're going to be the best team in the NBA. But yeah, so here are my rankings: Denver, LA, Golden State, Phoenix, New Orleans, Dallas, Minnesota, Memphis, Los Angeles, Portland, Sacramento, OKC, Houston, San Antonio, and Utah. Y'all let me know down in the comments where y'all would have y'all team ranked at, or just these teams in general. And yeah, with that being said, leave a comment on like what y'all think about my rankings. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna catch you next one. We out of here. Peace.